You have permission to change your mind. I don't know if you've been told this, but I just want you to hear it. You have permission to change your mind. Sometimes when we are on the path of awakening to ourselves and we are practicing new ways of being, we find, of course, that sometimes we unconsciously make commitments and say yes to things and do things that really doesn't fit into who we actually are. As we are listening to our hearts, our intuition, our inner wisdom, choosing who we are and how we would like to show up in relationships, sometimes, of course, the old ways of being, the patterns that we've lived from for so many years, they come up. And we end up saying yes to something or doing something that maybe really isn't in alignment or in our best, highest good. And so I just want you to know that you always have permission to change your mind. And there are really kind ways to show up and let people know, like, hey, actually, I overcommitted and I'm not going to be able to show up and support in the way that I had said I would. I apologize. I promise that next time I will figure out what really works for me before I say yes or no. And that's really, really important. It's not that we want to create this habit where we are now canceling all the time, the cancel habit, right? Or the saying yes to things, because that's part of our codependent behavior. You've probably already maybe done that a little bit in your life where you've overcommitted, you said yes to a lot of things, and now you actually have the bad habit of just, not the bad habit, but the habit of trying to get out of it by canceling, making up an excuse, having a lie or two handy, ready to tell people why you can't do it. And that doesn't really build trust. So I'm not saying, just constantly changing your mind. I'm just saying as you are figuring things out, there's grace and there's permission for you to continue to get clear on who you are and what's going on with you. A thing that comes up too for people is, but I said yes, let your yes be yes, let your no be no. I don't want the karmic repercussions of saying no or backing out or blah, blah, blah. And again, that's where it comes back to, it's about intention. If this becomes a habit where you're constantly canceling or constantly changing your mind, of course, you need to look at that. But if this is like, truly, you've been doing really well, you've been pretty good at setting your boundaries, you're really practicing, you're really trying to learn to listen to yourself, there's going to be these periods of time when you get a little bit off track, and in order to get back on track, you need that permission to change your mind, to say, gosh, I overextended, I'm going to have to say no after all, and then come back to center and keep on that path where you are aligned with yourself, right? And this is coming up for me personally because lately I've had so much more happening in my life as I have come out with myself more publicly and I'm teaching more and sharing more and offering more. I've had more and more people coming into my sphere wanting, asking, needing things, and of course I want to say yes, but I don't have energy to say yes to all that. So I've had some moments when I've really had to be like, okay, here's a chance to recheck in, to understand that there is always permission to go, wait, whoa, cancel that. This is actually what I need over here. It's part of learning, it's part of growth. And the same goes for like even the example of social media. Say you start following some people and you're really stoked on that and that's great, and then suddenly it's not feeding you anymore, or you're finding it boring, or it's not what you were hoping, it's not the encouragement you were hoping it was. You have permission to change your mind, to unfollow. You have permission to kind of want to get to know somebody, get to know them a little bit, and then go, maybe I don't want to spend time with this person after all. You have permission to change your mind, right? You decided this thing, now you can undecide it. Isn't that wonderful news? I love that news. I'm Jessica Amos. I am the founder of Stay With Yourself, which is the practice of being who you are, where you are, and I teach that through the practices of mindfulness and meditation, and I'm a one-on-one life transformation coach, and that's what we do together in this work is we practice listening to who we are, what's going on inside, so we can be ourselves at all times. Permission granted to be you, okay? To be humanly you too. All right, I'll see you again next time. Have an awesome day.